Today we are going to discuss about case study on evolution of aircraft. So that evolution of aircraft and flight we are going to discuss about history of aircraft from helicopter, airship, Wright Brothers concept and modern aircraft. So now the sessions hand out to the students. Students elaborately discuss about the each and every stages and evolution of aircrafts.
So the thing is, first before aircraft have introduced or the concept has made, we have to think how did the human thought of flying. So human dreamed about flying rather than flying in an aircraft for domestic purpose. They imagined the creation of floating on the sky. So that was the first dream of human. So in 100 to 200 to 300 AD, the first thing was introduced was Chinese sky lantern. It is a mini version. We all see in the lightning of lamp flying away. That is lanterns. When we do puja in the time of summertime, we usually see Valentine's Day. We usually see that. That is Chinese sky lantern, which is the mini version of hot air balloon. It is made up of paper. It's a very tiny thing. It's made up of paper. It also uses the same concept where hot air balloon was introduced. The second concept was Leonardo da Vinci. He didn't introduce any kind of aircraft or hot air balloon, but he thought the concept of lift, air and weight, so that it triggered the scientists to think about flying aircraft. So in 1783, the hot air balloon was introduced by Wright Brothers. So the basic concept of hot air balloon that uses the principle of buoyancy force. So what is buoyancy force? Is something, a complete body which is immersed by the fluid experiences an upward force. That is buoyancy force. So how this buoyancy force comes under hot air balloon? If you take in case, so comparative to a cool air, the dense of the hot air is lighter. So that we mainly use helium in hot air balloon. So they send the hot air on above the screen, so that the comparatively the dense of the air is lighter. So this increases the buoyancy force. So if the buoyancy force is more than the weight, it experiences an ascent, so that the hot air balloon ascends. If the buoyancy force is equal, you can see, right, the hot air balloon and flies like in a particular limit, they move a constant. So it's something the buoyancy force is equal to the weight. So it will be in motion, but it will not ascend or descend. So when the buoyancy force decreases, the weight increases, gradually the hot air balloon descends down. So this is the concept of hot air balloon.
Now I am going to talk about Wright Brothers period, which was known from 1903. It was considered as a historic breakthrough through the aviation industry, where they developed an aircraft called Wright Flyer, which was heavier than aircraft. It was considered as an historic achievement because not only just fly, it has also had the control and it could be operated by the pilots. The Wright Flyer is considered as the most valuable thing in that time because it could control and it can be it includes the concept of lift, propulsion and control, where it has the wrapping steer, where it can be allow us to control the motion of the flight. And the most important thing, as it could be run by the pilot, it was considered as most important thing. And then in 1995, they also developed the Wright Flyer 3, which was also considered more stability and more endurance compared to their first model. And this was later path to modern aviation, and through this modern aviation has also developed.
let me discuss about growth of aviation before 1930. The growth of aviation before 1930 was a period of experimentation and rapid innovation. Aviation began in 1903, where the Wright Brothers flew the first powered and controlled airplanes. By this breakthrough, aircraft design improved quickly, especially in World War I. Which is used for combat reconnaissance and bombing. This war developed the strong engines, better aerodynamics, and reliable control systems. The first air mail and first passenger flight was introduced in 1920s. The important milestone was Charles transatlantic flight in 1927, which proved that long distance air travel can be possible. By this, 1930 had a strong foundation for modern air transport.
Focusing on commercial aviation, technology and modern advance. Flight began in 1903 with the Wright Brothers, the first powered aircraft. At first, planes were mainly used for expedience and military purpose. Soon after, commercial airlines were made experiment, and after World War II, jet aircraft like Boeing 707 had made the aircraft move faster and more affordable for the people around the world. Technology has also improved greatly. Aircraft structures has moved from wood to metal and now to lightweight composite materials. Engines are moved from propellers to jets. Navigation systems moved from radar, GPS and autopilot, making flight safer and more reliable. Today, modern aircraft like Airbus A305 uses a fuel efficient and more smart avionics.
I'm Heinkel from Aerospace department. So I'm going to talk about the records and safe limits of an aircraft. So speaking of records, we can relate the aircraft to the human life. So our human developed from a monkey to a very intelligent six-sense beings. So many things have been happened from the 90s to the day. So like development of jet engine and development of supersonic flights. So many things. So like that, there are so many things happen in the past. So the rapid growth was because of the breakage of the World War II. So they have made many things like making aircraft with only wingspan with no rudder and tail. Like now we have B-2 bomber. So they constantly trying to improve the things like outbreak of the war. So till we have many things like. We have seen Concorde and we have F-15 and many jets we have. So there are so many things happen in the past like 60 to 90 years. So speaking of the safe limits, many will say that aircraft is the most dangerous. But if we see through a strategic way, that is the most safest thing in the world. So for an aircraft safe limit, we have to ensure everything at most precise ways. Like from tiny inch of equipment to large computers and many things. So from like 2017, we have experienced a lot of crashes. Like recently, there was a deputy who have been crashed into some, I think, Gujarat thing. So there also be pilot error. So there are many things that have been happening in the safety limit of aircraft. But when we come to body traveling in air, so each and everything to be developed in a very precise manner, like very what to say, like each and every parts in the aircraft should be done in the most precise way. So like choosing from the material, like we have aluminum, titanium. So we should be speaking about how the tensile force of the aluminum and how it will react to air and what it says melting temperature and many things. So just when aircraft go in air, many things will happen, internal pressure, outer pressure. So we have to talk about all these things. So this what's a make aircraft more go in air very more more precisely. So speaking of that, we are, crashes can be like what to say can be avoided by making so.